morning diary. I was thinking recently, probably the last couple weeks, about my carbon footprint, and I decided that I'm gonna start taking the bus. My car gets really great gas mileage. I mean, it's a Geo Prism, and I love my car, but it also has a lot of mileage on it, and I know that at this time, if it were to ever break down and not be able to be fixed, I could not afford a new one, because I'm trying to get Casey into school. So for now, I think I'm going to start taking the bus. And I know that it'll take up a little bit more of my time, but in the long run, it's cheaper. So yeah. I looked up the bus schedules for the city and I also looked up the post shuttle, and I have to do a little bit of walking, but it's alright, honestly. There's nothing wrong with a little walking, in my opinion. If anything, I could drive to the bus stop, but I mean, that's kind of defeats the purpose or the point. It makes sense to me, though, that the post shuttle would go off of post and stop at a bus station. I don't know. We'll see how it goes and how long I can stick to it. Well, today I have an appointment with my psychiatrist. I'm not gonna hide it. And I'm gonna take the post shuttle to it and see how that goes. I'm usually very social, and I have social anxiety. So getting in the car with someone I don't know by myself is a little daunting, but I think it'll be okay. Good morning, diary. So last night I couldn't reach REM sleep because before I went to bed, I think I was way too awake to actually fall asleep. So I sat there daydreaming about how I would imagine the world to be in the future. In my world, anyway. I recently saw a Facebook short video saying how certain jobs will be getting rid of and machines will be doing them. And then someone showed me another video of how machines can do more stuff that humans can do than we thought. And eventually, you know, human labor will be obsolete. Now, I don't think that's completely the case, but in my head I was thinking, you know, most people would automatically go to, oh no, people losing jobs, you know, everyone will be poor and we'll go into Great Depression and stuff like that. But if you think about it, it really, I mean, of course there will be a sucky period of time, but the more people can't afford products, that means companies will have to reduce prices, and then inflation will go down, and eventually, if we took all of the insane profits that companies would be making and put it towards the government and the country and making the country, you know, amazing, eventually, you know, humans won't even have to work. Everything that we would do would be you know, for each other or ourselves, everything would be free, basically. I mean, relatively. This would only work if the whole world was like that, but you could do the whole country. I mean, if we sold all of our products overseas, the currency that we get from overseas, we can use that money towards our own country. We'd probably have such an abundance, we could help other countries, you know, become like us. And if anyone wanted to do any kind of research or, you know, invent anything or build anything, all they would have to do is just take their idea to, like, the Senate or the government, basically, and propose their idea. And then the government would decide whether or not the funding can be issued. I think in my world, that's what the future would hold. You know, people would still be able to grow, and we'd still be able to go forward in technology, but we wouldn't have to worry. We wouldn't have to slave ourselves. I think machines can do that for us. In my dream world, kind of reminds me of the movie WALL-E, but I would hope that, you know, people wouldn't become as lazy and fat. My dream world is based off the technology that is here today. You know, who knows what we're gonna have in the future. But in my dream worlds, I live in a community that grows food together, that cares for each other, you know? Respectively, my family and friends, all living next door. And the country is, you know, changed for the better. Like, no more need for oil. Every car is ran with static electricity and automatic. You don't even have to drive, so there's no accidents anymore. No one has to pay for health care, unless of course they want something cosmetically done. I even almost thought that there would be one language. Then I was like, I doubt, you know, so many countries would drop their traditional language for another language. So I thought maybe a sign language would be the universal language. I mean, it's using your body, not your words. And roads would be solar panels. Every house would be, you know, everything would be green energy. There'd still be traffic, of course, but like... And no one really owned a car. The cars were like, it would be like Uber. You would call for a car and it would be there in a matter of minutes because it'd be just around the corner parked. I can dream.